The mechanic's secret toolbox. I grew up in the foster system in Portland, bouncing from house to house until I aged out at 18 with nothing but a duffel bag. I landed a job sweeping floors at Gus's gearhead garage. Gus was a terrifying man, 6'4", covered in grease, and he never spoke more than 3 words at a time. For 5 years, I worked for him. He was tough, barked orders, and never gave me a compliment. I thought he hated me, but he was the only person who never gave up on me. He taught me everything he knew about engines, but he always kept one massive, heavy toolbox in the back locked with a thick chain. He told me, "Kid, don't ever touch this unless the world ends." Last winter, Gus didn't show up for work. I found out he had passed away quietly in his sleep. I was devastated. He was the closest thing I ever had to a father. Then, a lawyer came by and handed me a rusty key. He said Gus had no living relatives and had left the entire garage to the city to be demolished for a parking lot. My heart sank. I felt like I was losing my home all over again. But then I remembered the locked toolbox in the back. I went to the garage one last time, heart pounding, and turned the key in that heavy chain. I expected to find vintage tools or maybe some cash. I was wrong. Inside the toolbox wasn't money. It was a thick folder filled with every single mistake I had made over 5 years. Oil spills, broken parts, missed shifts. But next to each one was a receipt showing Gus had paid for it out of his own pocket so I wouldn't get fired. At the bottom was the original deed to the land. Gus hadn't left the garage to the city. He had tricked the lawyers. He had bought the land next door too and put it all in a trust for me, along with a note that said, "You weren't just an employee, you were the son I never had. Keep the engines running, kid." I realized then that love isn't always loud. Sometimes it's just someone quietly fixing your mistakes while you're not looking. I still run that shop today, and I never lock that toolbox.